Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Marcus Speaks.
Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks. Excuse me, how's everybody doing today? Sorry, I'm just getting out of bed. Yeah, man, I'm having a great day today. How about you guys? I have a short show planned for you guys today, as usual. It's just one of those days where I just want to stream some things that's been going on out in the world. It's one of the few streams that I'll be doing on a weekday. So, come next week, come next Wednesday, it's back to business again. I'll be back at work, doing the hustle. So, had fun these past 3 weeks. So, you guys have been liking what you've been seeing lately. You guys can like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're new here. Please leave that thing. It's all free. It's all part of the It's all free. So, are yearning for your subscriptions. With me doing things like this, such as being doing these streams during the week against Apollo. So if you could get me to 100 before the end of the month, that's what, like 11 days or something. So please do me that one favor and get me to 100 subscribers before the month is up, and then the one thing I have after that is please get me to 150 subscribers before the year's done. That's all I'm asking for. I don't know if I'll be opening the phone lines tonight, but if you would like to, let me know in the chat, and I'll post the chat link and we all can talk. So, the only thing I have for you last is please like subscribe if you are new here and share this video. Alright? Please share this video to your social medias, even to your community, YouTube pages, that here on YouTube. Put this link on your YouTube page and say, hey, check this guy out, like this. Alright? So, let's get down to business. Alright? Let's get to business. So, if you guys have watched my the last video that I done on this, my words were in that video towards the end is, hope they catch this guy so no one else has to go through any more turmoil. Well, I'll let you guys know now that Wesley Brownlee has been caught by the Stockton Police Department. He has been the Stockton serial killer that has been ravaging the northern part of California. So yeah, man, he has been. Let me leave his picture up. He has been caught. Thank God. So, let's go over some things of what this entails. So what this entails is that the Stockton serial killer Wesley Brownlee, age 43, was arrested last Saturday by Stockton police for 6 deadly shootings, including one in Oakland. So the reason Brownlee started his killing spree was because he lost his brother to gun violence in Oakland, and has suffered psychological stress. Court records show. So investigators said Brownlee was found driving around with a ski mask and a gun on a mission to hunt, for another victim. This is before they caught him. So, with that being said, when Brownlee was 14 years old, he was accused of sexual assault. And then he was accused of sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl along with two other boys. I believe that was his friends. Documents say he denied the allegations and instead accused his friends. Later that year, records showed that he was arrested and accused of selling drugs to an undercover cop. He was placed on house arrest as a juvenile. So I believe he got a juvenile delinquent charge for that. Excuse me, as I So let's get into this video. If you guys watch my podcast, you will know that when I play videos, it's only to further my point. So when I do further my point, I do this thing where I have to tell people about fair use. It's not only a YouTube policy, it's also the law. Excuse me. So I want to follow both to the T. So instead of me telling you exactly what fair use is, let my past self do it. Take it away, past self.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
All right, that was beautiful. So, this video is a short video. It's only almost 2 minutes. So basically, this is entailing some of the things that I just said, and then we'll go over the rest of my notes after the video is done. So let's get into the video.
A suspected serial killer caught in Stockton over the weekend, expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. He is wanted for 6 murders. Police say he was taken into custody while, quote, hunting his next victim. The chief now saying, "We are sure we stopped another killing." Here's ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi.
Tonight, police in Stockton, California say they have taken a suspected serial killer off the streets that terrorized the community.
At this time, we have the right person in custody.
Police say they zeroed in on 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee through community tips, making the arrest early Saturday morning, as they say he was lurking around dark areas looking to kill again. Brownlee, allegedly armed with a gun.
He was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting.
According to authorities, Brownlee is linked to the murders of 5 men in Stockton, 1 in Oakland. They also believe he shot a woman in April of 2021 who survived.
This person was near perfect. Didn't make many mistakes. It purposely stayed in the dark.
Police say ballistics tests and surveillance video have linked the 7 crime scenes, but that recovered gun is still being tested.
Have you guys been able to link that gun to any of the murders that occurred in Stockton or in Oakland?
That's part of the ongoing investigation. The ATF has been a great partner for us. They're handling all the ballistic evidence, and we hope to hear more from them soon.
The police chief says he believes the man in this video with the distinctive walk is Brownlee. And tonight, the mother of Paul Yaw, one of the victims, grateful a suspect is now in custody.
To get this person off the street really means a lot.
And the San Joaquin County District Attorney says initial charges will be filed tomorrow when the suspect is arraigned in court.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
All right. So that was that. Sorry. So, he's been committing murders since July, and we didn't find out about it until late September, early October. This is when I first spoke about this, which was approximately, I believe, two weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I basically went over, his MO, what he does, what time of day he goes out and kills. So thank God they called him. So in October of 1995, his older brother Dale, 17 at the time, was shot and killed along East 16th Street in Oakland. Wesley Brownlee became very distressed over his brother's death, and his mother said he became distressed and suggested that he go to therapy. Court records show him to be found mentally slow and learning disabled. Well, it didn't take him much time to learn how to use a gun, so let's be grateful that he's now in custody. So he spent 2 years in jail for drug charges. He got out and continued living with his mother. Fast forward to 2014, he was arrested on another drug charge right on the street where his brother died on. He later pled no contest. He then served his sentence, and he served 3 years of probation. So Brownlee in 2021 committed his first homicide in Oakland and then committed several others to later be caught Tuesday of this week. Tuesday afternoon, he went for his arraignment. So I'm gonna play this next video here where he's actually getting his not his sentencing, but his charges handed down to him. So let's get into it.
Let's begin in Stockton. The man arrested in connection with the 6 murders faced a judge for the first time today.
Wesley Brownlee is charged with 3 counts of murder right now, but prosecutors do say he is connected to the other 3 homicides. Prosecutors also spoke after the court appearance and detailed more on how they were able to make the arrest.
In Monterey County, 2 separate juries delivered their verdicts in the Kristen Smart murder case. Paul Flores has been found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of the California college freshman Kristen Smart 25 years ago.
I don't think that connects. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, Christian Smart murder trial. Okay, that has nothing to do with this. So let's fast forward. Let's see. All right, here we go.
Man has died after being shot by 2 Sacramento County Sheriff's deputies. The shooting happened near 40 prosecutors today.
Take her a minute.
We learned a lot more about who Wesley Brownlee is. We learned for the very first time today that he is a truck driver. Officials say he lived mainly in the Bay Area, but had just recently moved to Stockton. We want to show you the first video of Brownlee walking into the courtroom today. Right now, he is facing 3 murder charges in connection to the murders of Jonathan Rodriguez Hernandez, Juan Carlos Carranza Cruz, and Lawrence Lopez. He's also charged for being a felon in possession with a firearm and for having ammunition, too. There are 3 other homicides and an attempted homicide that the district attorney's office says they're still working to charge him with, but those have not been filed as of today. We did ask the district attorney if hate crimes are now involved in the investigation, if targeting Hispanic men or people experiencing homelessness could have been his motive.
We're looking into that. That's still part of the ongoing investigation, and that there is a potential there could be additional charges in that arena as well. So we're developing that evidence.
The defendant was apprehended by the Stockton Police Department and was found to have a firearm. That firearm is commonly known as a ghost gun.
Officials also said in court for the first time today, a ghost gun was used in the 3 homicides that Brownlee is currently charged in. We asked the police chief if he thinks Brownlee could have been linked to other shootings in the city, too.
Well, we're going to stay tenacious. We don't know how many cases there are. That's why we still have our tip lines. That's why we're still partnering with our neighboring agencies. That's why we still have this incredible all-star team of a task force, just so we can overturn every stone and see what we have out there.
Yeah, so really we're learning that this investigation is still in its early stages. As what comes next for Brownlee, we know he's going to be held without bail because the judge and prosecutors believe that he is too much of a violent risk to the community. Looking forward to his sentencing. Of course, that's a long time down the road. Right now, he's facing a minimum of life in prison and a maximum of death. We're live in Stockton. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
And Brittany, we know that Brownlee did speak in court today. What did he have to say?
So he didn't really say much. He was very quiet. He said that he understood the charges against him, and he did say that he wanted an attorney. I did try to speak with some of his family members and loved ones who were here during the hearing, and at this point they said they do not want to speak with media. Ty.
All right, Brittany Hope live for us outside the courtroom. Thank you. After the suspect appeared in court, we heard from several family members whose loved ones were killed.
KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz continues our team coverage, joins us live from Stockton. So Maricela, you spoke with some of those families. What did they have to say?
Yeah, well, it was very emotional. Several families showed up today, and most of them didn't want to speak on camera, but we did speak to the family of Lorenzo Lopez. His brother, Jerry Lopez, and his mother, Pauline Lopez, were out here, and again, it was emotional. At one point, his brother, Jerry, did cry a little bit, and from what we know was that Lorenzo Lopez, that murder was connected to this investigation. He was killed on August 27th, and the Lopez family, they were in the courtroom during the hearing this afternoon. They were listening to the charges against Brownlee, and they thanked the Stockton Police Department and the entire community for the arrest that came over the weekend. His brother Jerry told us that he couldn't even make eye contact with Brownlee during the hearing, and he also took some time to talk about the work that needs to be done here in Stockton to try to reduce the crime. Let's go ahead and listen to them.
Really have a heart of gold.
Thank you, Stockton Police Department. Thank all the community. The homeless community even stepped up, and I was really glad to see that they came through and they were trying to do what they could do to help out my brother and all the other victims that were involved in this.
And we also heard from Natasha, the only survivor known in this investigation, and we'll go ahead and hear more from her at 5 o'clock today. Live in Stockton, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Maricela, thank you. Stockton police say.
All right. So basically, they still have a tip line because they may not know if Brownlee is the only suspect. So please call that tip line. I believe it's more to that, so let's do that.
Just because the
Okay, so 209-937-8167. So please, anyone in the Stockton or Northern California area, if you guys know anything, please call the cops at that tip line. Also, there's a Crime Stoppers number that you can also call. That was on my last video, so I'll make sure that I'll pin that video in the duration, my last video on this, in the duration of this video. Plus, I'll make sure if I can do it at the end with the end card. So, thank God his charges was handed down to him. Thank God he was caught, so no one else in that community has to deal with this anymore. But time will tell to see if there's any more killings of this magnitude within the next few days. So please, everyone in the Stockton or Northern California area, please be vigilant. If you see something, say something. That's as much as I can really say right now. So with that being said, people, that's all I got. I will be back at 5 o'clock tonight to talk about DJ Academics. He's been acting very soft lately. So I'll come back at that time. So people, if you could, please follow my voice right now. So people, if you could, every Friday and Saturday I do live streams. Friday I do a game stream at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but times can change. So please, if you're not already doing so, follow me on my social medias. Please go down to the description box. You can either go on to the
all my links at, or the individual links that I posted of my social medias. Also, on Saturday, I do my podcast at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to come through and talk to me about that, you can. There's always a link pinned about all of my topics that I talk about. If you guys want to talk to me, you know, you couldn't talk to me today, but if you could, please go to my YouTube channels and subscribe. Hit those bell icons to also get all my notifications I provide. My first channel, Martin Speaks, which this is being shown right there. Please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And also on my second channel, my Martin Speaks Play channel, please subscribe to that as well. If you just want to see game live stream gameplay and right there for you guys to watch. Go into all my playlists. Check out all the games that I play. And if you could, please do me this one time. Like this video, subscribe, and share this to your social media and greatly appreciate it. So, with that being said, people, thank God this man has been caught. Thank God no one has to do this. With that being said, I thank y'all for watching. And I'll check you guys back out at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, y'all.